Hi, this is Crystal from Daughters of the Creator, and I'm continuing our series on Can't Make Me. And today we're going to look at Can't Make Me Hate, and it's based off of Luke 6:35. But love your enemies and do good and lend, expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great. And you will be sons of the Most High, for He is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. Not too long ago, I experienced a deep disappointment and hurt from someone. And I just remember driving down the road, thinking about the things they have done and they have said, and all the feelings, and you know how it is, the swirl of feelings. Something could happen like 10 years ago and that same person do something to you again, and it's almost like you feel the same way you did 10 years ago, and you're like, my goodness, when is this over? When is this ever going to be over? And as I was driving and thinking about it, I just came to this solid place of can't make me hate. You cannot make me hate you. And it's not because like I said in my other video, because I'm so good. You can't make me hate because of the Holy Spirit that resides within me. And just like with me, because I try to keep it real, there are times where we're tempted to return evil for evil. I'm going to give back to you just a taste of what you've been given to me. But if we would restrain that desire through the power of the Holy Spirit, we experience the greater blessing. Years ago, I did a story write-up on John M. Perkins, minister and activist in the state of Mississippi. And I remember reading his story years ago, and it's been a while, but I remember him seeing his brother die from the civil, unjustly, and leaving Mississippi and saying, I will never ever go back. But then he got saved and God drew him back there. And he was in the presence of his enemies, and they were beating him and until he was within an inch of his death. And I just remember, I don't remember the exact words, but I remember him struggling or feeling hate, but then recognizing an overwhelming agape unconditional love for his tormentors. And how in that moment, in that very moment where he was being beaten to an inch of his life, he loved them like Christ, and it changed him. And this man has an awesome ministry and community outreach to this day. And it's just amazing to see how could he do that? How can someone in the midst of such pain and agony feel love and forgiveness for his enemies? And there's only one way. It's through the power of the Holy Spirit. That's the only way. If we try to love people without the Spirit of God, we're eventually going to give up. It's just like when Peter asked Jesus, how many times do I forgive them, Lord? 7 times 70? Or 7 times? 7 times. That's what he said. 7 times. And Lord said 7 times 70. And it's just as we are forgiven. And if we don't have the Spirit of God, we'll get tired of it. We'll get tired of forgiving you. I'm tired of dealing with you. We're either going to write them off, or we're going to just start giving them a taste of their own medicine. But through the Spirit of God, you can't make me hate. In fact, we're called to return good for evil in 1 Thessalonians 5:15. And I'll tell you what, I haven't experienced what John Perkins did, but I'll tell you what I have experienced. I have experienced the love of God, the overwhelming power of the Holy Spirit in that moment that I choose to do good for someone instead of evil. I have felt it, and I'm telling you, once you taste the goodness of God in that way, it is very difficult to go back, because you want to be closer and closer to Him and His presence. Satan can't make us hate. The world can't make us hate. Our flesh can't make us hate. We have the power within us to overcome hate with the love of Jesus Christ, because we are more than conquerors through Him. And the reward He has for us is so much greater in this life, and in the next, it's not worth it. Tell you what, can't make me hate. Let that be your prayer. Let that be your battle cry. Can't make me hate this week. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed week. This is Crystal from daughtersofthecreator.com. Bye for now.